Welcome back to Ramp and Splash, the gaming channel of laughing, learning, absurdity, and skill building. We're back on a Sunday morning playing more Civilization. Yesterday was a really frustrating session. I walked away wondering if I was going to get up to play Civilization or if I was going to try to play a different game this morning. We appear to be losing, which is a real struggle. Civilization is kind of a snowball game where you get more cities and then you get more resources and then you get more wonders and more abilities and then you kind of roll over your opposition. We're not in that situation, and that is frustrating. We are stalled out. We can't get aggressive with our neighbors because the Americans are, well, let's be honest, they're better than us. And we don't want to attack our other neighbors, the Brazilians, because they seem to love us. They're even more technologically advanced, but they also want to be our friends. So, in general, I feel I don't know how to gain any momentum. There doesn't appear to be much land that is unclaimed that I could build cities on. So there just isn't much growth to do. So we have to adjust our plan, our game plan for this particular civilization. We're going to go for a culture victory. We kind of knew that from the beginning. So I decided to make a list here. We're going to start listing off things that we can do to win. So how to win? This list is actually the easier list. How to win? We need a national park. Unbold that. And I think we can get a pretty dope national park if we build a city up by that wonder, up to the northeast. That natural wonder, that is. Ooh, I don't care for that. The level of that sound. I also don't care for double lines here. Add a space after paragraphs? No, thank you. Great. Great. A national park. We need to make rock bands. And that is something that we can use our stockpile of faith. It looks like we have about 1,200 faith, so that'll get us a few rock bands. Rocks band? What is going on with my computer today? It really doesn't like this the setup where I'm trying to show WordPad at the same time as Civilization. Okay, we need walls. We need walls. Of course, we need artists, art, and themed buildings. I mean, that's sort of the primary mode that you go for a culture victory. The other thing we need, I think, to get a little tourism, we need production first. And we need to turn that production into wonders. I think if we can build enough wonders, we can get the tourism we need to win. It's tough though because the Americans have a bunch of wonders, particularly in New York City. I really would have liked to have taken New York City in our little conquest, but we were not equipped enough as it was. How not to lose? Okay, so this we can categorize. So there's domination, science, culture. We're not going to lose. We can't lose to culture because we are going to be setting the limit on the culture that's necessary to win. We're going to be the toughest person to beat. They're not going to be able to beat us on culture. So that leaves us with domination, science, diplomacy, and score. I am not sure how we can win by score. I'm hoping that if we build wonders, that'll give us enough score that we wouldn't lose when we come to the end game. How do we not lose at domination? We need to hold on to our capital. That's the big thing, right? You have to hold your capital. And so in order for someone to win the domination game, they have to capture all of the capitals of all of the other civilizations. So as long as we can hold on to Sparta, as long as Sparta stands, our game can live. So we need to defend Sparta. In terms of science, I really think that espionage is important, right? We want to be sabotaging space programs as much as possible. We also want to be stealing as much technology as possible. So actually, espionage is important for the domination defense too. So steal techs, better units. I don't know why there's so much lag on my computer. Diplomacy. So if we can get the Statue of Liberty, that'll be a big help. The Statue of Liberty gives 4 diplomatic victory points. I should also note, we have 218 Diplo favor. We can start leveraging that to make sure that other people are not getting diplomatic victory points. So I think that's going to be a big... that's going to be a big part of it. So I want to build Lady Liberty. Later Liberty? Later Liberty. I want to build Lady Liberty, and I want to leverage our Diplo favor. Great. Okay. Next, religious victory. So in order for someone to win with a religious victory, they have to convert a majority of all of the other civilizations to their particular religion. We have a few cities that are one religion and a few cities that are another, which puts us in this neat spot of being able to convert our cities at will to one another. So if it looks like Judaism is going to win, we have our Islamic city convert the Judaic city over to Islam so that our majority keeps shifting. We want to keep control of that majority. In order to do that, we need to build holy sites with different faiths. All right, so that's a lot. That is a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff to do. But it does give us some direction, right? I'm noticing that I look terrible and I apologize, but it is 70% humidity here. 69% humidity, 81 degrees. So I'm going to be a sweaty mess today. My apologies. Yeah, so building wonders and espionage are really our 2 main lines of defense. And then our main line of attack is going to be walls, wonders, and themed buildings. Okay, with that, let us jump in. Let's get started. Last thing that happened in the game, we had colonialism. So let's look at the policies. See if there's anything that we should change. Yeah, I look pretty terrible. Yeah, apologies for the webcam, guys. So sorry. It is humid as fuck. What are the new ones? Raj? Colonial taxes. Native conquest. No, those are not helpful. Those are not helpful. Okay. Choose a new civic. Oh, we want that water park. So another thing that I didn't mention there is we need large cities. We're going tall, so we're gonna need to start thinking about I'm gonna hide that for now. So we need to start thinking about housing, amenities, and food, but also production. So this is a real challenge. We're trying to juggle all of the things, and that's part of what Civilization is about. Civilization is a game of juggling all the things. That's fine. Let's talk about production here. Sparta. We should just keep this menu open. So Sparta has plenty of amenities and housing. 16 housing, plus 3 amenities, which is crazy. They are short on food to grow fast. In fact, they're short on food to grow at all. There's no penalty at all. It's just that we don't produce enough food. So let's think about this. If we build a neighborhood, we're getting a ton of extra housing that we don't need. But we would also be getting the opportunity to build a grocery store. And if you build a grocery store, it provides more food. So I think the next thing to build here is a builder. I think that's pretty obvious. After that, I think we build a settler. And the reason we want the settler... Oh, no, not 2 settlers. Excuse me. The reason we want the settler is because we want to build a city right here, probably. And we want to build a national park on top of this natural wonder. Okay. Let's close that menu. We have money. We certainly want to upgrade our military. We also need slots. So here's a problem. We're going to start making great musicians. And we need space to put their great works of music. That's one of the challenges of the cultural victory, is a place to put all that great work. Okay, so we have art. Here. So we have the Apadana, which gives 2 spots for great works, and they can be of any type. So we can put our first musicians' compositions here. We can put another music work in the palace. So this guy can wake up and go to the Apadana and hold a concert. Hey. Good. All right, where are our spies? Okay, so Thetis, who is this person, I think, Thetis. I want this person to be, for now, our counteragent. If we put them in... If we put them in the Acropolis, we'll protect both the city center, the Acropolis, the aqueduct, and the encampment. So I think that's the place. So we're going to give Thetis the mission of guarding the Acropolis. Oh boy. So I don't want to build a fort here because this is a spot for growing food, and Corinth is going to need good spots for growing food. In fact, I'm not sure I want to build anything quite yet. I think I want to hold on to this builder, this military engineer, and I want to save them for when we can do railroads. For whatever reason, in the Renaissance, when you build roads, it takes a charge. In the modern era, when you're building railroads, it doesn't cost a charge, so you can build as many railroads as you want with a single military engineer. The difference is that it takes coal and iron. It takes coal and iron. So we want that person just to be asleep here. Let's move our bombard up. I forgot that we're still at war. That's kind of it's kind of incredible. Okay, sources are active. We absolutely want to steal technology. Yep. Right. This let's switch over to strategic view. Let's look at the map. So there isn't much unsettled territory. This is us. This is Brazil. This is America. There is unsettled territory down here and down here. I don't know how I feel about it. If I'm being honest with you, this might be a nice long chunk, especially on this river. Might be a good spot to settle. Our settler is over here, though. So I guess the only hope is that if we head south down to this chunk, that there is some extra land to settle. But my guess is the Dido has already settled this whole area. But we're gonna find out. Gonna find out. Unreal Project asks if the spy glitch is continuing, and that is not the case. I was able to start the mission, and it seems fine. Last time there was a real situation with with the spies. It apparently was just a bug, and it seems fine now. Hey, finally, we circumnavigated the globe. But we're still 11 points short, so we're going to go into a dark age. But hopefully we can leverage that into a heroic age next time around. Art museum in Knossos? Yeah, it's time for that entertainment complex. 100%. And then we can delete this pin. Sparta. Oh no, Knossos. You build that. Then let's take a look at the wonders. Oh, they all take a long time to build. That's frustrating. I would like to build a dam. It does take 9 turns, which is frustrating. We are short on housing, so I think a neighborhood is going to be the next order of business. Look at this spot right here. What a beautiful spot for a neighborhood. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. Someone to live in my neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, oh, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighborhood? Wait, that's not right. So Vilnius, I want to fill out to the full 6 here because when you get 6 on a cultural, it's +2 culture in every art museum, and we have 5 art museums now. So, let's take a look at our quests. Natural history, which is not going to happen because we're not going to build any archaeology museum. Rapa Nui wants us to wants us to construct an industrial zone. Trigger Eureka for economics, which I don't know if we can do. Trigger Eureka for steam power. And send a trade route. I thought we already did send a trade route. Huh. I felt like we did that already. I must be thinking of another game. One more civilization. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do. So let's think about where is economics? Trigger it for economics. So we need to build 2 banks. How many? We have 1. No, that's a production. We have 1 commercial district. We should probably have a 2nd one. Possible. Okay, let's look at the religion situation. So, Judaism, Catholicism. Okay. So we have 3 Jewish cities and we have 3 Catholic cities, which is a heck of a combination. And I actually think we want to keep it that way. We want to keep this balance. I think we have a holy site. Don't we have 1 holy site in this game here somewhere? Let's look at the city report here. Game. If we open up the city report, we'll find Ephesus has a holy site. Ephesus has a holy site. Now, Ephesus is Jewish. So we need one of our Catholic cities, probably Knossos, probably putting it right there next to the natural wonder. We need Knossos to build a holy site so that we have 1 holy site of each and we can build missionaries of each type. Boop, boop, bip, doo, bip, doo, bip, doo, new turn. New turn. Okay. God, we're ending the industrial era and our civilization hasn't figured out squared rigging yet. So that's a real situation. The citizens of Corinth are the first to discover that the only thing better than living in Corinth is living in a slightly cleaner place outside of Corinth, which is a funny is a funny bit of copy. Okay, so we just got the ability to build banks. Let's let's add to our list here. So to defend against religious victories, we need a holy site in Knossos. And to get our national park, we need to settle near, what is this wonder called? I forgot. It is called Ubsunor Hollow. Ubsunor Hollow. Hollow. Okay. And we need to build farms in Sparta. Farms, Sparta. Sparta. So that's on our to-do list. Going to close you. Back to the game. Banking. Oh, we do want to build 2 forts in our territory. Okay, but we're not going to be able to do printing. Because we're not going to have 2 universities. We have 1 university, and I don't think we're going to get a second one. See, there's our University of Corinth. Lovely. Next. Oh shit, they made a core out of it. Wow. Oh, it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Okay. We need to get a cannon ASAP. You go to sleep. Let's talk to Teddy. Big peace. $18 for 30 turns. That's 240 plus 300. It's 540 gold to have peace. Nah. I like my 540 gold. I like where it is. Okay, we need to bring food to the people of Corinth. To Sparta. To bring food to the people of Sparta. One thing that we can do is build a farm here. Which will have some adjacency bonuses. Okay. Ooh. My cam is all messed up. I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. Problem is the sun came out. Then I have to adjust everything. Not everything. Good enough. Better. I'm getting better at this. This is taking time. There's a lot of learning involved. Okay. Where are we? Whose turn is it? Crossbow man? I want you to link with the general and go on to fortify in the encampment. Let's see if there's a channel up north here. There is. That's awesome. We have a unit in Tyr. She is an ally, but that's a little dangerous. So let's start by gaining sources. Oh no, Pedro won Big Ben. Teddy Roosevelt got Jebel Barkal. That's a real problem. Okay. Because Big Ben gives diplomatic victory points, right? Oh, no, it gives an economic policy slot. Okay. Speaking of which, though, let's go take a look at the Diplo victory situation. So Dido has 6, Pedro only has 4. It looks like nobody is trying to actively go for that victory, which is good. We don't want anyone to go for that. All right. Send our boat this way. We're gonna send our settler down this way. I love that we send our settler just on its own, just willy-nilly, just off into the world. We got chemistry for having a level 2 alliance. Ah, yeah. Level 2, we got a level 2. Yeah, why don't you go... You can go in. Ugh, this is bad. Oh wow, it let me do something that I'm not supposed to be able to do. That's weird. Man, the programming in this game is really bad, huh? Okay, can we build a... can we build? We finished our walls, that's good. What do we think about Petra? So we could build Petra on one desert tile, and then it would give the others more. So one tile would improve 3 others. It's not that bad. Does it produce tourism? No, it does not produce tourism without rock concerts. Interesting. Taj Mahal must be adjacent to a river. +1 era score. Kilwa Kiswani. +3 envoys when built. Suzerain gives more of that type. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's actually really good. Must be built on the coast, so I'd have to take a fairly good space to build. Huh. Well, there is a civilization that wants us to build an industrial zone, and I think an industrial zone would be a really good spot for us here. All of these produce 3. That's real strong. This could be turned into a farm triangle. In fact, I think I am going to turn it into a farm triangle. So I'm going to use this one here. Yes. We need a builder in Ephesus. Excuse me, just a second. Apologies, I had to cough there. Okay, so to build a large city, we also need builder to make a farm triangle in Ephesus. Okay. So that goes on the to-do list. this 6 spaces away from here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh! Argos will benefit from the factory in Ephesus. That's clutch. That's real tight. Oh boy. It's a sweaty day in the neighborhood, folks. A sweaty day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Because I've always wanted to sweat with a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to sweat in your neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this 69% relative humidity day. Since we're together, we might as well say, you wipe my sweat? Would you wipe my sweat? Be a bro and hand me that towel. Please, oh please, please won't you be my neighbor? Okay, it allowed two units to stay on the same space, which is really, really strange. Unreal Project asks, can you capture a city with only culture? I mean, without any units. No. You can capture a city with loyalty, but that only really happens if you are A, in a golden age, B, someone else has settled near your city, like too close to your city. C, if they are struggling with their own loyalty. There is a mechanic where when the loyalty gets low enough, it can become a rebellious free city. And then if their loyalty gets low enough, it will join your civilization. It does happen. Eleanor of Aquitaine has a special ability where she can cause that to happen. You can also start to make that process occur by using culture bombs and moving the borders of your territory over into someone else's territory. But in older civilization games, in Civ 4 and Civ 5, there were ways to just absorb other cities into your civilization just by having so much culture that the neighboring cities want to be part of your civilization. In this game, there's a whole separate loyalty mechanic just for that. Okay. Unit needs orders. Mars needs moms. Stupidest settler. This is the stupidest settler in the world. It's the stupidest settler in the world. This is the stupidest settler in the world. This is the stupidest settler in the world. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, Kenosis is being converted to a new religion. This is bad. So everybody wants this. The following players prefer this outcome. Producing or purchasing military units using the chosen currency type. I bet they're going to choose production. So one thing that happens in this game is just by guessing what other people are going to vote on and then agreeing with them, you get diplomatic victory points, which is very strange. It's like, you deserve the victory because you knew what everybody else was going to do. In a multiplayer game, that kind of makes sense because you're trash talking and you're trying to outmaneuver other human players. In this game against the AI, it's really dumb because The AI often chooses the same thing over and over again, and all you need to do is know what the AI usually chooses, and then you choose that same thing, and that's it. So that's a little frustrating. All right, plus 20% faster population growth, but -5 loyalty per turn in players' cities. Oh, in this player's city, so you have to choose a player. So I will choose me. Because I want the faster population growth. Okay, production. Oh, how did I know? They always choose to make production of units cheaper. So now I get 1 victory point. And Gorgo has plus 20% population growth. That's great. So that means we get 2 diplomatic victory points. Tell you what, let's look at our list here. How to win. If we can build the Statue of Liberty, we might be able to get a diplomatic victory, because I think we are now in the lead. I think we have 6-ish points. We're gonna say diplomatic victory as a backup? Question mark? All right. Close that. Natural history. Ha, we want that water park, baby. We want that water park. Change policies. What have we got? It's new. Oh, there aren't any new ones. That's cool. Plus 100% production towards defensive buildings. I feel like we did that already. So let's change to +1 movement if starting in friendly territory. And the reason for that is that we are no longer conducting a war in a foreign nation. We are now conducting a war at home. So we want our units to be as maneuverable as possible. I think we want to continue with the Great Musician points. So we want to keep getting Niter. Our whole economy is based on this particular policy. Amenity to all cities with at least 2 specialty districts. Yeah, that's all of our cities have 2 districts. And double the theater square adjacencies, yes. So I think we like these policies. Now what do we do? Crossbowman. What happens when you fire? Anything? Nothing. Nothing. It's just stone cold nothing. Range strength 40. Rough Riders have a strength of 104. Oh, they're on hills. They get a bonus for being on hills. They have a great general. They're on their home continent. They have intel on our movements. Jesus Christ. They're going to take this fort. I can't believe it. All right, let's build a fort in our home territory. Fall back to that position. Start building farms and mines, I guess. Oh, we are going to get this one. Have a neighborhood or district with breathtaking appeal. We're going to have that as soon as we build that neighborhood in, I think, Knossos. So that's awesome. Mass media. Let's do that. Maybe we should build the holy site here. We have a +3 spot for a holy site. We do. We do. We have it right here. I like that. Our spy got caught again. Again. Like, there's no point in having an espionage-based system if all of your spies keep getting caught. Like, if they're not successful, then there's no point. And they didn't accomplish their mission. So, great. Did they make it home? There's our 2 Diplo points. The Bombard is available for promotion. Great. We have 4 envoys. We absolutely want to go to Kumasi, up to 3. So the amphitheaters get +2. That's a full +10 culture, +12 culture. Nice. Okay, where is our governor, or governess here? Oh, these are not assigned right now. Amani is in Rapa Nui, okay. Sorry, Liang gives. Builders get +1 charge, and then Pingala gives. Pingala wants to go to Gnosis. We want 11 culture and 11 science from the population. That's so big. Gnosos. And then we have another governor that we can't place, right? Because we don't have enough cities. Okay. Hi, Unreal Editor. Welcome to the channel. Are you the same as Unreal Project? Or are you a second person? So one thing we need to keep in mind is that when a spy mission neutralizes your governor, it doesn't just remove the governor's abilities for 5 turns. It actually removes them from the city too, and you have to go reassign them. You have to remember to go back and reassign your governor to the city. So that's something we just learned. So we are still building, we're still building skills here. We're still learning about this game. Unreal Editor says, what? It's just, because there's someone else in the chat called Unreal Project, and I wasn't sure if you're one person with 2 names, or if you're 2 individual people. Let's see. We want Sparta to be Fletch. We want it to have food. I'm never gonna find a place to settle. Antioch wants to train an ironclad. We haven't even figured out square sails yet. Oh god. So, Antioch, yeah, I'll take 2 gold per turn. Let's do it. This is cool. There is a northern passage here. Imagine all of the amazing things the brilliant minds of my nation will accomplish. Pedro, what are you doing? Pedro, what is this? What are you saying? Are you trying to tell me something? No grievances. Okay, I was looking at that. Thank you. Like civilizations who are not competing for great people and will recruit great people whenever possible. Good. Tries to explore the map and like civilizations that have explored less of the map than itself, and dislike civilizations that have explored more of the map. Like civilizations who follow the same religion and wants their cities to all follow the same religion. Hates anyone trying to spread religion into their empire. Well, we're not doing that. It's no wonder we get along. Gossip. There's 4 new reports of gossip. Brazil has launched an inquisition. Thanked Gorgo for participating with the agenda. Patron of the arts. Yeah, by not getting great people, we're doing what you wanted, asshole. Asshole. However, we do have a new great artist, which is fantastic. Okay, so Sparta has completed a builder and a settler. What do they have for good spots? Oh my god, this is the perfect place to build a neighborhood. It is breathtaking appeal. It is not a space we want to use for any resources. Yeah, let's do this. Perfect. Yes. So we won't have to worry about city housing in this city, basically for the rest of the game. We will have to worry a lot about amenities. For now, we have an abundance of amenities, and that's good. But what we really need is this Bolshoi theater. We need slots for great music compositions. And I think we want to lay it down here. Yeah. Yikes. Okay, we have 2 envoys. What should we grab? Let's grab 2 more in Kumasi. And then we can get up to 6, and that'll turn all of our art museums into fucking culture factories. About water. Don't worry. I've got a second glass. Okay, who's next? What? The Rough Rider gave up. Oh, that's amazing. We were being assaulted by the American Rough Riders here, and then they just gave up. Wonder if he wants to make peace. I don't think he does. Nope, nope, nope. Honestly, I don't think we want to have a war anyway. Ooh, that sawmill. That sawmill. Oof. Beautiful. Beautiful. If I turn this lighting off. Yeah, let's do that for a bit. Okay, great artist. Who are you? Tidian. Haha, we got Tidian. Put you here. The settler. Why don't you go with this crossbowman? Unreal Project admits that they are the same person as Unreal Editor. I knew it. I mean, if you want to follow me with multiple accounts, that's fine. It's I won't say no. But But honestly, I'm just here to make videos that I think are high quality. That's my goal. I don't think I'm doing that yet. I think I'm getting slowly better at that. So I don't mind that there's nobody around. I usually get 1, 2, or 3 people each session. But Unreal Editor or Unreal Project, I'm glad you're here with me. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're learning. I'm learning. We're learning together. So yeah, I'm glad you're here. I don't understand what's going on. Let's decouple these. And then couple those. Stupid. All right, let's send. Looks like we should just be building some units. Let's build some units. Great General, why don't you stick around? Stay there. Gosh, it looks like we may not need to, by you. Looks like we won't need to build this fort. However, we do get a bonus if we build a fort in our territory. If we build 2 of them. So, this guy, why don't you just move? Just go all the way back to Corinth. Coming up on an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one more turn. One more turn. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, yeah, and we have a holy site at +3, which is excellent. Wow, we can build units at 1 per turn. That's fucking crazy. So why don't you build Musket Man and then a shrine? It's got to be Heartbeat of Steam. +1 arrow score for each industrial or later building constructed. Confirm. 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 All right, art museum completed. Oh baby, we gotta build that water park. We want that water park money. Do it. Yes. Oh wait. Was that wrong? Did I have built it here? Can I scrap that? Oh, that was such a punt. Oh, oh, I should. So the issue is that if I build the water park on one of these 2 tiles down here, it would be within 6 of Sparta and within 6 of Ephesus. And here it is not within 6 of either of those cities. So when I build my aquarium, I think it's the aquarium, yeah, it won't benefit either city. And that's unfortunate because you want to double up. What we want is a entertainment district here because the zoo will help these. And then we want a water park here so that the aquarium will help all of them. That's a real bummer. I mean, I could reload my game and do this turn over again, but I think that's not what we're trying to do. Right now we're trying to learn lessons from our mistakes, and I don't think that's good for learning lessons. And also living with your mistakes, like finding out how much impact does that actually have? How relevant is that going to be in the long run? I actually don't know. And part of running this out is finding out how much impact these things have. So we'll learn more as we go. Learn more and more and more and more as we go. Perfect. Perfect. Love it. Ooh, this musket man can get a name. The Alpha Sons. Holy shit. I'll take the Alpha Sons. Okay, so this farm got the adjacency bonus from these two tiles. Certainly, we can build farms here and get an adjacency here. The triangle is much more powerful. The problem is this is such a good space to have the lumber mill. Having the lumber mill there is clutch. And we would have to destroy it and then clear out the woods in order to build a third farm here. But then there would be so much food. Sparta would be growing very quickly. Kenosis is still without one particular religion. That's good to keep in mind. Corinth, can you build missionaries yet? No, not yet. Okay. Okay, all of these things are good to know. Certainly we're going to go here, though, and build a farm here. There in peace I've when I heard the future say Tsunami, mega quake, a force of nature, all hella shake. Improve our days now, 'cause we might not sleep tonight. So fused are we with the cause of life. More art, more art. Oh, so much art. After that after that artist finishes, we're gonna start looking at making a themed building, which will start that tourism off strong. Okay, let's build a fort here. Wait, when you build a fort, you can still, it doesn't take away, it's not like a district. It's not like a district. That's important. That's good to know. You, buddy, are gonna build a fort here, and that will boost cannons, and we'll get some cannons, and that'll be really important against all the cavalry in the world. Except that I think that Pedro has fucking, has fucking airplanes. Printing gives us one more level of diplomatic visibility with all other civilizations. All tourism yields from great works of writing are doubled. Double that tourism. Double that tourism. Okay, Musket Man. Okay. This is such a difficult shuffle. This is like the Tower of Hanoi. Oh, good lord. Scientific theory. Baby, come on. Baby, come on. Baby, come on. Workshop, 100%. They're not short on amenities or housing, but seem to be short on food. So actually what I want to do is build a builder, which is what we said on our to-do list. I see it on the to-do list right over here. So let's build that builder first. Builder first. We're just gonna move that bombard out of the way. God, this is infuriating. These controls are so bad. Ooh, these are good spaces. Corinth is gonna be just bulky. Corinth is gonna be bulky with population and power. I think we want to build here because we want as soon as possible to have all of these tiles within our grasp. Is there any argument to building here? I don't even know if you can build here. Oh, there is an argument, and that's water. Also the food from fish. It's further away from the silver, but we already have silver. Okay. Okay. Titian, Salome with the head of John the Baptist. Wow, that's grim. That's grim as fuck. Wait, is it just the head, or is it still attached to the body? It looks like it's just the head. That's grim. It's dark as fuck. That is dark as fuck. Build a fort. Build that fort. Ballistics. Yes! Okay, I think I said one more turn 2 or 3 turns ago. So we're going to stop here. I want to thank Unreal Project for joining me in the chat. If you hold tight, I will be back in 5 or 10 minutes. For those of you at home watching on the YouTube, I want to thank you for watching, for joining me. This project is difficult. This is one of the more intense learning experiences, and you can probably see me getting frustrated. I certainly don't hide my frustration. But sometimes that is part of the learning process. This game in particular, I have learned an enormous amount of the game from this particular instance of the game. So sometimes, this is your education psychology moment, sometimes getting frustrated is productive. Now, I don't want to do it all the time, and I hope this game is over soon. I would like to move on to other things because this is maddening. I'll probably go back to playing Magic next weekend. However, I am learning about lighting. I have a lot to learn about lighting. I'm learning about how to integrate notepads into my stream so that I can take notes and share my notes with you. It's been a good experience. Just not an emotionally fulfilling one. Anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes on Twitch, and I will see you next time on YouTube. If you want to catch us live, we're live Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I have a new Twitter account. It is at Ramp Splash. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to start using it. And I want to thank you. Keep learning, keep laughing. Find a little absurdity in your life today. We'll see you next time.